This is the PLC I'm thinking we may use for your application. It's a Unistream USC model available from Unitronics. Here's the website, and you can go find it through products and PLC, and you can download the tech sheet for it. This particular model is the USC-B10-TR22, and you can look through the specs here and see what kind of inputs and outputs it has. Kind of give you a summary up here as well. So the TR22 is 10 digital ins, 2 analog ins, 2 transistor outs, and 8 relay outputs. Also, here's the actual PLC. Have it on the desktop here, just looking at it, and you can see where the gives you the description of the pinout down here. And then underneath this, there's a compact flash under here, and there's a USB cable. You can talk to it with USB, or I'm already plugged into this one particular one with Ethernet on the back. Same on this side. Has a button here, a confirm button, to be able to load programs from a USB slot that's right here. But a pretty small, kind of a brick style PLC. And so this is the lead lag program I made. It's a very basic, very simple one. You can always add a lot more functionality, as you know, with PLCs, and pretty endless what you can do. So this is the tank, and we're going to simulate the fullness of it. So we're trying to keep it pumped down to a certain level, and as it fills up, more and more pumps will kick on if they're enabled. So it's one of the screens. There's another screen. This is where we'll set the normal operating levels. If only 2 of the 3 pumps are available, we can have some numbers here. And if there's only 1 pump available, we may want to change the lead lag levels. So it's just 2 screens in there. I can simulate it on here with VNC viewer. So this is the VNC viewer. Get this over. So we're able to just put in the IP address. I've previously connected to these, so this should be the IP address. And it's popping up off screen, but I'm going to pull it over there. So just pull this up. There we go. So pull this up, and you can see these are the screens we created. Earlier we were seeing in the software, so there weren't values in there that we could plug in. So here we can play with it and say this tank is only 20% full, and we're able to set what level you want to kick in. So if I have first these two enable the pumps. So if I want to enable all 3 pumps, and this tells the status if they're pumping or not. And this other screen is where we would set the levels. So in normal, with all 3 pumps available, enabled, it's going to, at 50%, it's going to start pumping with 1 pump. If it gets 75% full, if the level keeps coming up, 2 pumps will kick on. If it gets all the way to 90%, all 3 pumps will turn on. And if only 2 pumps are available, if one is disabled or couldn't start and it's been unenabled, we'll want to start pumping quicker. So you could change these to whatever you want. I just put 50% in there on all of them. So you can see that now at 50%, we should have 1 pump turn on. The pump turned on. If the tank keeps rising all the way up to 75%, a second pump should turn on. The tank still rises up to 90%, all 3 pumps would turn on. And say it's pulled back down to 20%. We should notice too that these pumps alternate which one starts. So this time, if there's a tank's a 50% demand, pump 2 turned on. If it pumps it all the way back down, next time you'd think pump 3 would be the next available pump. Pump 3 turns on this time, and if it requires another pump kicks on, pumps it down, and should come all the way back up to pump 1. And so say that you don't have all of these enabled. This is where I've lowered the levels of where it would turn on sooner. So if one of these is disabled, you should see these numbers change. So I'm telling it to kick on the lead and the lag at 50%, because I know something's going on. But if I didn't want it to be 50%, I could say if it gets 60% full here, and it could go back, changed it here for me. At 50%. When I'm on at 60%, the second pump should turn on. So there's about a million ways of doing this. There are a lot of different ideas on the control scheme, but it's a pretty simple program. Once you get used to it, it's pretty clean, and it's pretty easy to go in and understand and make changes to it.